How to stop overthinking before it ruins your progress. Have you ever delayed something important because you were still thinking it through? Maybe you kept revisiting the same decision, looking for the perfect answer, and somehow the more you thought, the harder it became to act. That is the trap. Overthinking feels safe. It feels smart. It even feels responsible. But after a while, it stops helping and starts stealing your progress. And the truth is, you are usually not overthinking because you do not care. You are overthinking because you care too much. You want to get it right. You want to avoid regret. You want to make the move and not look back. But if you stay in your head too long, planning starts pretending to be progress. So let's break the cycle. Let's talk about why overthinking happens, what it costs you, and how to get yourself moving again without waiting for perfect clarity. Why overthinking happens. Overthinking usually is not laziness. It is fear wearing a different mask. Fear of choosing wrong, fear of being judged, fear of wasting time, fear of finally moving and realizing it is not perfect. And perfectionism pours gasoline on it. When you feel like you have to make the best decision, you stop acting and start hunting for certainty. One more sign, one more answer, one more reason to feel ready. That makes sense, because your brain wants safety. It wants clarity before commitment. But real life does not usually work that way. Certainty rarely arrives first. It shows up after you start moving. So this is not random mental noise. It is your brain trying to protect you. But sometimes that protection turns into a cage. And the very thing meant to keep you safe is the thing keeping you stuck. What overthinking costs you. The first cost is delay. What should have been a simple decision turns into a full mental courtroom. And while you are trying to think your way into certainty, the opportunity keeps moving without you. Then it drains your momentum. Every lap around the same thought pulls energy away from action, creativity, and consistency. The longer you spin, the heavier starting feels. And then comes the emotional toll. Overthinking feeds stress. It feeds self-doubt. It makes you feel like you should have it together, while you are quietly getting more overwhelmed. That is what makes it so exhausting. It makes you feel busy, but nothing is actually changing. You are rehearsing a future in your head while real life is waiting right in front of you. And in the end, overthinking rarely makes you better. It makes you slower, more hesitant, and more disconnected from the thing you actually want, progress. 5 practical ways to stop the spiral. First, name the decision in one sentence. Say it out loud if you need to. I need to choose the next step, not the perfect one. Second, give your brain a deadline. Set a short window to think, plan, or review, and then stop. Thinking needs a finish line or it will keep running forever. Third, break the loop with something physical. Stand up, breathe, drink water, walk for a minute, write the next step down. Get out of your head and back into your body. Fourth, choose messy action over frozen perfection. Progress is built through rough drafts, small experiments, and imperfect tries. Waiting for certainty usually costs more than making a mistake. Fifth, focus only on what you can do next. Do not solve your whole life right now. Ask, what is the smallest useful move I can make today? One email, one outline, one workout, one conversation. That is how clarity starts. When you interrupt the spiral early, shrink the decision, and take one real step, overthinking starts losing its grip. Closing takeaway. Here is the reminder I want you to keep. You do not need to erase every doubt before you begin. You just need to stop handing doubt the wheel. Progress does not come from thinking harder. It comes from moving. Thinking has its place, but action is what turns intention into change. So take one small step today. Make it messy if it has to be. Make it imperfect if it has to be. Just make it real. You do not need to feel fully ready. You just need to move.